kittens! Today, let me show you a tiny and fluffy kitten called Whiskers and its wild feather hunt. Whiskers, a curious gray kitten with big black eyes, was dozing by the window when, whoosh, a bright red feather floated in. His eyes popped open. A feather? I must catch it! Whiskers leapt up, paws ready for action, chasing the feather around the room. It swooped to the couch, then landed on a tall armchair. Whiskers wiggled his bottom, launched himself, and slid right back down to the floor. Not giving up, he bolted to the kitchen, skidding under the table and knocking over a jar of flour. Covered in white, he looked like a fluffy snowball. But he kept chasing. The feather drifted outside. Whiskers squeezed through the door and climbed a big oak tree. But the feather floated back down. Oh no, thought Whiskers. He bravely jumped down, landing in a bush. Creeping up slowly, he finally caught the feather with a swift paw swipe. Victory! Whiskers batted it around happily until the wind took it away again. After chasing the feather all day, Whiskers was ready to nap. But as he watched the feather drift away, it floated into the neighbor's yard and disappeared into a colorful cloud of bubbles. Intrigued, Whiskers' curiosity kicked in again. He scampered through a hole in the fence and found himself in a wonderland of giant shimmering bubbles floating everywhere. Some were as big as beach balls and they sparkled in the sunlight just like magical gems. Whiskers cautiously approached the nearest bubble, his nose twitching. He swatted at it with a paw. And pop! The bubble burst into a shower of sparkles, making him leap back in surprise. But as he looked around, more bubbles kept floating up. Whiskers couldn't help himself. He started chasing them, leaping and swatting with delight, his big black eyes wide with excitement. Suddenly, one of the biggest bubbles in the yard drifted down and gently surrounded Whiskers, lifting him off the ground. At first he panicked, his paws pressing against the bubble walls as it floated higher and higher into the sky. But soon, Whiskers realized he wasn't falling. He was flying! Just as Whiskers started to enjoy his new ride, a bird swooped by and its wing brushed the bubble. With a loud pop, the bubble burst and Whiskers tumbled out, heading straight for a pond below. But before he could hit the water, a giant lily pad caught him, bouncing him safely onto the shore. Whiskers shook himself off, his fur all fluffy from the fall, and looked up at the sky. With a big yawn, he curled up in the grass for a much-needed nap. Who knew what tomorrow would bring? And so, Whiskers' crazy bubble adventure came to an end for now. Subscribe for more cute stories. Bye!